a significant amount of impact that can be fully utilized as well here by Y1 and Meliodas.
Yeah, I mean, the question that we presented earlier, Kian, is Camille really still the first pick worthy champion that we've seen her,
Mm-hmm.
numerous times in the past couple of months, past couple, metas? The answer is an absolute yes, because Philippines is already taking away that champion of Vietnam. There's a lot of
Ooh.
options here. Meanwhile, on the other side, Vietnam is actually targeting the supports, the enchanters. We see the Yumi, we see the Karma. If there is one champion that can really work well with the Philippines, it's the Yumi paired with the Aatrox. But they're forgetting one thing. We still have Draw here, one of our best playmakers in the support role. I dubbed him as someone that can pull off the quick draw, which is basically a move with Galio and Gragas maximizing his flash usage for that potential of an engage. So yeah, I'm actually liking the ban so far because the Philippines still has flexibility all across the board.
Huge flexibility for sure, and in both of those champions readily available for draw to be picking up later on. Since Vietnam, they have focused more on the utility plus the Gwen here. Philippines has taken away so far the Camille, even the Senna here in the latter stage. So Vietnam now with their first pick can pick up well anything that they do want to set and play for themselves. Given that
Jace?
even Jace even was a little fixed
Uh,
in the recent
Actually, it
past,
was
especially
buffed.
on his cooldown.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was buffed. I mean, for some
The
for some
cooldown.
strange for some strange reason, it was still buffed. I mean, the priority on that champion was already at an all-time high, and the balancing team decided, hey, it's not enough yet. We
It's
need you to, we need
we
you
need
to
more.
overperform. Yeah, there you go. I mean, now we're seeing at least in the first few picks that we have here, Kiyang, that it still is the Bruiser meta. They go for the Riven, they go for the Fiora. There are still other champions that are available. We still have the Jax that would also that can also be used for that late game insurance. And speaking of
Hmm.
Jace, finally we're seeing Jace for the Philippines. I'm wondering as to who's going to use it because we all know that Chami is a lane bully and can really excel on this champions. Aatrox is bad, so yeah, one of the problems that can be presented of that gap closing potential has already been taken away by the Philippines.
No Karma Nautilus combination as well going to be present here since it has been banned away by Vietnam in the first banning phase. But they will pick up the Zed, which is one of the premier champions here of BMM, going for those flashy moves and trying to
Ooh,
assassinate the squishy member of the enemy team.
ooh,
But wow, okay.
ooh.
Okay, they bring out the cinch here for the Philippines. Wow, they're showing such a slap here right now.
Yeah, patch 4.1. Welcome back, Cinch. Cinch
Yep.
has been a very, very popular pick back in the Icons Global. Actually, even before that, because it's so flexible, it's so low econ, and one of the most underrated things about Cinch is his second skill. Once you actually put the Mega Adhesive glue. I forgot
Nobody
what
can escape.
I forgot what it's called really, but the super mega adhesive second skill by the cinch, you can actually disrupt the dashes that is available for the Riven, that is available for the Z even, and even the
Mhm.
Nautilus. You can even disrupt the flashes. So all those engages once you have cinch, you can actually expect that it will just be a very annoying champion to play against.
Especially when the coordination is really well put by the Sedge player. You fling someone towards a mega adhesive, and the follow up comes through from your allies, and it's going to be a GG to whoever the victim is. Plus, the new items right now definitely suit the Singe playstyle. I mean, I don't even know which item are they going to be putting towards Singe. Will it be the Mantle of 12 Hour? Will it be the Amarath Twin Guard? Will they go with the Sunfire here, or I don't know,
Epic
because
guess.
these teams know more on
Yeah.
this. But yeah,
I'm guessing, Giyang. I'm raising my hand.
all right.
It's still
What is
going
it?
to be
What
the
is it?
Rylai's Crystal Scepter
The slow.
with the Leandris. I'm not 100% sure if there will be any changes, but just the value of that item onto a cinch,
Oh,
the
sure.
slows, the HP, the AP, everything is actually so good on this champion. We're looking into the second rotation of bans. Wukong has been banned away. Renekton has been banned away as well. One of the or two of the champions that can deal very well against the Siege because of the sudden burst has been taken
Mhm.
away by the Philippines. And now they're going full utility here. Demon Cat
Wow.
would be playing the Ashe. But the question that I have, Giang, is this going to be a utility Ashe? Because we know that Demon Cat really loves to, dish out damage. And this Ashe can be built two ways. Although in competitive, we've seen, the utility Ashe 95% of the time.
95 for sure. And Team Vietnam already even picked up an Alistar here on their side. So double front line, basically a lot of front lines in their kit. Now Philippines will just pick up the quick draw here for a draw, definitely with the Galio. That is another initiator ready to make the place here for the Philippine region. And I like the matchup here. So many tools for engage here on both sides. It's going to take a lot to who's ever gonna get the first tempo in the game.
It's a very straightforward draft, but what I'm wondering right now is where is this going to? Oh, I mean, where is this Nautilus going to be? Is it going to be in the jungle role? Because as you can see in the draft of Vietnam, there are two supports at the moment. You have the Nautilus and you have the Alistar. I've seen Nautilus played in the jungle, in scrim results, whatnot. I did not pay attention to it so much, but it does feel like that Vietnam is very comfortable in playing. So the only question though is it really going to be the best game plan? Because Giang, for me, Meliodas is a very good jungler, and if you basically put him on a utility support such as the Nautilus, maybe you're actually negating some of his impact towards the late game.
Yeah, true. So maybe Team Vietnam are just going to be looking for a big initiator here, since the Nautilus does possess a lot of crowd control in a sense against to try and leverage Y1 and BMM on mid and top lane.
Oh.
But you do see Demon Kite here as well on top lane, and maybe they're just going to be looking to bully Y1 at the very start of this match.
Textbook NGX or textbook Philippines team rotation. They want to make sure that Chami would have the early game advantage that he's really good at maximizing, and not to mention that draw would be left by his lone sub, which means that he can actually farm a lot of resources, allowing him to get easier access to Rod of Ages maybe later in the game.
Yeah, and when it does get that Rod of Ages, it's gonna help so much in the scaling as well. Vietnam has to be very careful for sure, especially that they're the ones who should be looking for the picks with the Nautilus jungle. But give it a matchup actually here as they send Hakano towards the top. Genza might be in a difficult trouble.
No way.
Ignite will get him. Wow, as we go towards the top line now, Philippines securing first blood, throwing the first punch here at Team Vietnam.
Speaking of punches, this is just a punch. I believe that is connecting over to Genza. Genza with no heal whatsoever, just has the ghost and the flash. Suffers the first casualty for Vietnam. Meliodas though, again on the jungle Nautilus. I'm eager to see as to how he's going to build this one out. Maybe on the AP side, because actually I can actually see him prioritizing the amplifying tone. The 2v2 in the top lane continues. Ooh, very good two-man pulverize combo from Akeno.
Yeah, just throwing punches at each other. That's Y1 with a double stun. But not much threat being felt here by the Philippine region, since they do have Demon Kite just basically kiting away against these two melee champions. Team Vietnam still not really in a down spot right now, despite Genza falling down a while ago. Still is able to try to catch up here in the economy of draw. Only 400 down, but on top side another fight breaking out. Meliodas just gonna be helping them for the meantime, since Akino has to recall.
That's actually a very good discipline coming from the Philippines. Demon Kite and Chami had the option to go and flash in, but they decided not to do so because they did not have enough information as to where Meliodas is.
Oh no! That's the parry, and the flash used to just escape after,
Y1?
Unfortunately, getting caught
Y1
there by
still wants to
Meliodas.
dive.
Oh, what? And he gets the kill!
Oh, what the heck?
Answer for what? He survives! What is this guy made of? Team Vietnam explodes here in the top lane.
Yeah, and now just she trying to sniff where the Riven is at the moment. would be delayed easily by a Keno, but what a play coming from Y1. That is what we call the destabilization factor coming from Vietnam. As we can
Mm-hmm.
see, Vietnam's Y1 going and going ham, does not have any qualms at all, did not
Fade away.
hesitate, and that fade away win slash, as he said, did actually get ahead
Mhm.
of 2 hits of the Philippines. So yeah, with much credit that we're giving Philippines, Vietnam is actually, not too shabby as well with their punches.
Mm-hmm. Especially that Y1 got a double kill there. That is a big win for him. But now, as the Philippine region tries to pummel him down, that's nowhere to go for Y1. 4 versus 1, there's nothing that Akino can do. But BMM just pushing in the mid lane, and Akino just trying to
Unbreakable.
clear out the wave. It's gonna be very difficult to
What?
escape though, as Philippines again will get a second kill on that top fight.
Yeah, Unbreakable, not really. Meliodas still has the ultimate, is content in a wave clearing the pressure coming from the Philippines. But, the good news if you're a fan of the Philippines is that you were able to chunk down the tower onto less than 1800, which means that if they are actually able to get, the Rift Herald, it's just going to be an easy summon for them. That's going to be the first tower for them as well. Very good counterplay coming for the Philippines, getting 2 hits in the price of nothing.
And gaining gold leverage right now so far. No, it's not really a lot. 1,000 only present here on the side of Team Philippines. And Team Vietnam still able to get across some gold all over the map. We haven't seen BMM joining a fight just yet. It's more so just collecting some gold from the platings in the mid lane and some from the waves in the side lanes. But his impact is so far not being seen here all throughout the game, and Team Vietnam has to look for ways to try and assassinate the backline, since Team Philippines does have 2 range in here, Just Chi and Demon Kite. Well, when the Jace is on range form, as now they split up towards both objectives. BMM actually is eyeing on engaging. Let's see if the pulverize can work. That's the death mark onto the front line. Just Chi flashes away though, and now Team Philippines going at them hard, dishing away as BMM falls. Aaron is just doing so much work here in that fight. Whoa. And they even flash in to get the kill onto Genza. He did not expect that.
Flash into the fling, plus the Justice Punch to connect to boot. Now Philippines 3-man strong, trying to get some plates in the mid lane. And that's actually just a decent trade overall for both squads, because one, Vietnam was able to get a top tower, but a couple of interactions that we have to look back into that particular team fight was that the hero's entrance did get cancelled. I thought that was a very good engage coming from Akeno. I feel that Akeno was in the perfect position to really disrupt the flow, the tempo of the Philippines, but Philippines came in ready and was able to get more heads, more gold for themselves, and plus the scaling factor of the Infernal Dragon.
That was a nice moment knockout by Akino.
Boom!
Yeah, it's gonna connect. Oh, unfortunate there. And yeah, that's just gonna be the full combo swinging. Especially with the Mega Adhesive, you cannot escape at all.
Yeah.
Good job there by Demon Kite for sure.
Okay, it's called grounded, ladies and gentlemen. Whenever you are stepping on the mud, or what we call Mega Adhesive, you are grounded. You cannot flash, you cannot dash, you cannot do anything, you're slowed. So that's also a very good reason why pick up Singed. This is one of the champions that I have used to get the Grandmaster very easy, just because of how easy to control this champion. Plus the fact that if you actually know how to play the macro side of things, you don't have to have the best mechanics.
Oh, round 2. Oh no, it's a nightmare for BMM, but now in the mid lane, they do get draw. So that's a 1-for-1 trade plus a tower that Team Vietnam can actually get. One of the best towers to take here in the game. Philippines has lost it in mid.
Getting the trades are the Philippines in the bot lane, but yes, you're right. The mid lane tower is a little bit more important than the tower in the bot lane. Just Chi though has to be careful. Akeno, the rampaging cow, is going to catch this Jace, and Just Chi does not have any chance at all.
Yeah, low mana as well, and there's like,
Bye-bye.
Even a flash there by Meliodas. 100% commitment to shut down Just Chi. And they do get it. Meliodas gets the gold, and Just Chi will still get that Yomus after dying in the bottom lane. We do see an equal grounds here in terms of gold for both of these teams. None are giving an inch towards each other. They full commit onto the fights, and they do get their chances every now and then. Eyes on Demon Kite though all the time, because those arrows keep on connecting, or at least pressured the members of Team Vietnam whenever they cast it.
No, that's true. I mean, if there is one caveat, oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, here's the caveat. Arrow not mid. Oh, what? The curved
Okay,
bullet. Moving from Wanted, definitely, as Team Philippines will be able to disengage because they piled onto Chami pretty hard there.
And Chami is very hard to really assassinate. Just the fact that he can, or he will always have that repose to outplay. Look at his summoners. Did not even bother using his flash at all. So there's pretty much no threat. Now, the question that I do have right now is, will the Philippines challenge this Rift Herald that is going to summon, or that is going to spawn in 10 seconds? Because to me, it looks so risky right now. All the crowd control coming from Vietnam and all their beefy members in the front line does actually pose a threat. And look at the arrows being thrown by Genza onto the members of Philippines. Draw is already at half health. The fight hasn't even started yet.
Yeah, but it will, as the death mark being used here on the Joshi. Lots of damage being done. Y1 gonna be joining, missing the AoE damage show, but oh my god! That damage just too high coming from Team Vietnam. Joshi tries to retire.
Genza flashes in.
Makes a crucial mistake! What are you doing there? As Philippines punish him heavily. 2 for 2 now, as Team Vietnam rushes towards the Rift Herald. 2,900 HP remaining, but Aaron is trying to mess with them, throws a mega adhesive, but will not stop the taking of that objective.
A couple of more hits in the mid lane tower. Yeah, they're not going to be able to secure this one out. Melioda still has the combo. Denied, easily killing spree. And there you go, 2 kills for the Philippines right away to respond to the Vietnam's play on the Rift Herald. All in all, I would say it's a small advantage for the Philippines because yes, they've given away one of the objectives, but it's not yet over here.
Yeah, round 2 definitely. Aaron gets obliterated, exploded in the face there of Team Philippines. But now, Draw trying to close the distance onto Genza. Has to back away for now. Chami is just going to be helping it out. And a good answer actually by Aquino and BMM. Again, the combination has been there all the time, and just looking for more ways to pummel down Team Philippines. Now with crowd control again, Draw gets eliminated from the equation. How can they get the dragon now?
No,
They're just completely being zoned away. Demon Kai tries to walk away, but what can they do? Everyone from Team Vietnam is circling down towards the tower. Yeah, the dive will commence. Y1 goes in the front and nobody will survive. I mean, Joshi goes for a stasis, but what can he do?
Nothing here, Kiyoung, and look at the Cinch. Rushing towards the bot lane, deciding wisely to back away, but the Rift Herald could still slam the second inhibitor turret in the bot lane. Philippines taketh, Philippines giveth away. That's a very greedy play coming from the Philippines in trying to secure I would say the chunkiest dragon of them all. That's the Mountain Dragon. Had it been the Ocean Dragon, it could have been a lot easier for them to secure, but because of the HP total of the Mountain Dragon, Vietnam did have enough time to respond into that play. As we look into the replay, it all started with Draw being less than half HP. Look at his impact. It's close to 0. Yes, he was able to taunt. Yes, he was able to do some stasis play, but he's dead right away. The crucial mistake, as you have said, is Genza flashing in, greeting towards Demon Kite, but Demon Kite, quick to his feet, was able to flash away, double kill over to Just Chi. Now, Just Chi, yes, Just Chi was able to get them the win in the earlier team fight, but here you can see that the HP of the dragon is still at 1,000 HP, and there's no way for them to be able to secure that with Akeno being in their midst.
Huge impact as well by Genza, despite him dying earlier. The chain of corruption is definitely a big problem here towards engage of the Philippine region. And Vietnam does have a lot of crowd control. Only BMM doesn't have the crowd control. Genza got hit by the arrow, but not much to be followed up. But they might need to trade Aquino here since the Grand Challenge is being used. Demon Kai is guiding away, but oh my god, Jammy gets blown off. As now, here comes BMM And
Why
the damage
what?
being come through. Nice use of the stasis though, as
Demon
BM
Knight is still
tries
alive.
to go desperate there. Joshi and Aaron just do magnificent work in the front line, deny even the kill there onto Demon Kite.
And this is where Philippines is so good at engaging and being very decisive. They were so decisive. They were so aggressive, catching multiple members of Vietnam out of position. And Demon Kai flashing in. I thought it was the end of him, but he still has stasis. And BMM was left to dry. No counterplay whatsoever for the squad of Vietnam. Philippines getting the advantage. That's 2 kills for them. And more importantly, they were able to negate the tempo that Vietnam was able to get on that second dragon.
And I love how tied up the score is right now for both of these teams. I mean, the gold, the dragon stacks, the tower takedowns. All the kill score is different, but it reflects so evenly here on the gold here for both of these teams. So they're doing such a magnificent job all throughout, countering each other, trying to initiate and pin down one another. But we're still at a stalemate position right now. Nice dodge, though, by BMM. Wow, this guy is playing a lot of dodging games here in this game, as Team Philippines still gonna be under cooldown now for the Ash Arrow of Demon Kai. So lesson of tools for those engages. Akino though making a big mistake. He will need to pop off that unbreakable will. Y1 tries to help him zone away members of the Philippines, and they will be successful at it.
Insanity Potion has been popped by Aaron as well. But one thing to note, if you actually did look at the scoreboard, Joshi was able to get 9 kills already and is already on his 4th item. So it's actually easy to say that this is the Just Chi show. So far, almost all gold has been invested to him. He has the most gold in this game, Aaron!
Yeah, after the blast cone, they will get Kenza blown up, and Akino simply cannot save his ADC. It's a sudden turn of tides here. Team Philippines now knocking on the door, knocking on the base of Team Vietnam. Meliodas Y1 trying desperately to save this tower, but to no avail. That's a death mark, and a big blow there after the grand challenge heal. And now that's everything on the line. Team Philippines just closing out their last remaining members. They have no wave though, yet they have to wait for this. That is connecting into the mid. Can BMM defend? He's desperately trying. Yeah, Team Philippines, after securing an ace, they will secure the first blow and get that 1-0.
What a very decisive win coming from the Philippines in under less than 16 minutes here, Kiyang. Philippines dominates Vietnam.
And a fascinating performance